Hi guys, Cerebral Palsy Biker back again. I'm going to give you top 5 bikes that I think you should get or that would work for you. So let's get this started. Is the Kawasaki 300 Ninja. I like this bike. You can pick these things up pretty damn cheap. Used. If you pick any of these up used, they're usually with no anti-lock brakes. Now the new ones you can get anti-lock brakes, and I really suggest you do get ones with anti-lock brakes. My BMW has anti-lock brakes, and I tell you, it is a lifesaver. Now this bike is about 45 to 5. It might be a little cheaper now from the next bike that I'm going to talk about coming up here in a second. But check out these stats here that I saved on this page here. It's a really good bike, all right? And the next one is the Kawasaki 400. This is a 2018. They just came out with this. This is a pretty cool bike. Now, it's going to be, probably 100 cc's more. So even though the Kawasaki 300 says 300, it's like a 290 cc, but it's close enough to be a 300. Now this is going to be like almost a 400 cc motorcycle. It is a 400 cc. Once you get into motorcycles, you'll understand that they like to play. They just kind of round it up to the nearest number. Now I don't know the stats. I haven't really looked at this bike, but it's close to the 300. Just a little bit more power for you. By the way, when you sit on these bikes, you're not in a crotch rocket position. You're a sit-up position, like more like a street bike or like a Rebel 250 or any bikes like that you would see on the learning course. This is a good bike. So if you go to the learning course and you get your license, I would get this bike. It's a cheap bike, and if you fall off of it, that's okay. Now, here's my third bike that we're going to talk about. Is the Can-Am Spyder. Now I like the sport one. I don't really care for the touring, but some people like the touring. This one's quite expensive. These ones go from 15 to 18,000. Any used ones you can pick up, anything like from, let's say, 2008, 2011 is about 10 to 11 grand. Anything higher than that, it's usually about 15 to 16. With the sport model. Anything that's like last year, it's like 16, 17,000. Now that's about all I can say about it. You can see right here what it says about it. The Can-Am is a 3-wheeler motorcycle, but Can-Am started. They're known for making snowmobiles. That's why it kind of looks like a snowmobile. What's really cool about this is these wheels here in the front. It's a trike, and it's a trike up front, and this is why I picked that. So these wheels, they lock until you hit a certain speed, like I think it's like 35, and they unlock. It might be like 10, to be honest. This is a really nice bike, though. I really like this bike. I've always been fond of this bike, so go ahead and check it out. You can go to probably Can-Am .com, and you can look at this bike. It's a really cool bike. Some people, they don't think it's a motorcycle. I do. So if you like this bike and you got the dough, I say go for it. And the next bike is this next one I found just by accident. I was looking for the wheelchair motorcycle where the whole bike is like a carriage, and you just wheel your motorcycle up into it, and then you can just ride with the wheelchair. You sitting in the wheelchair, basically. It hunkers down your wheelchair down, you can ride the motorcycle. They're a lot of money, but I come across this, and I decided to put this up for you guys to look at. If this is a legit sidecar adapter kind of deal, it's a sidecar, but if you can, it has a ramp, and you can ramp up your wheelchair and then, kind of hop or climb on the motorcycle, then climb back into your wheelchair if you're able to do that, which I'm sure if you've been in a wheelchair for a while and you can use your upper body, you can do that because you're different able, and people that are different able can do stuff like that. And so that's why I put this up. It's a cheaper deal. It's, I got the website up here and the price for you guys to look at. And if you got a friend that doesn't mind, putting this together, or you can put this together yourself, then you'll be set. So the next bike I'm going to talk about, I'm going to do by video. So here we go. Give me 1 second. And here we go. And the next one is. And the last one is the Tilting Trike. This is the Tilting Trike Works. They're out in Washington State. You can see one is 13, the other one is 10 grand. The one that's 10, it leans with you and stuff. Just when you park the bike, it just leans like a normal motorcycle would when you put it on a kickstand. The other one I think has got gyros in it and hydraulics, so like it just constantly balances itself even out. This is a really cool bike. I found this from Jay Leno's Garage. Just look up the Tilting Trike and you'll see it on his YouTube page. This is a really cool bike, and if you can fork out 13, if you can fork out 10 grand, then you're good to go. This would be the almost best experience on, because this is almost exactly how you would be on a regular motorcycle. This is probably why I put this as last, is because this is the best experience for you. And so with that, I'm ending. I hope this video helped you out. And if you like this video, subscribe and hit the like button. That really helps me out. Thank you. And I hope you have a good one and have a happy new year.